Welcome back to Second and Short. It is Monday, June 23rd, 2025. And to start off the show, we got some big news. Some very big news. Maybe some sad news for some people, but this week is going to be the final week of the Second and Short podcast. Friday will be our final episode of the podcast, but that doesn't mean we're going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. It's just not going to be the podcast twice a week, every week. Instead, we're going to transition into some more short-form content that's really going to be more for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. Still want to cover the sports that we love. Maybe add in some other sports as well. Add in some other people into the fold is maybe the plan. And also just give our opinions on what's going on in sports. That's still what we want to do. It's just the podcast that model was not really the avenue for it anymore. Now, more than ever, I'm going to urge everybody listening to follow us on TikTok and Instagram and subscribe here on YouTube because we'll also have things on YouTube Shorts. So, I came to this decision. It's been a decision I've been thinking about for months. But I think the short form stuff is much more fitting to the stuff that I want to cover, and I think what Luke wanted to do, and then when I talked to Nathan, I think he kind of shared that sentiment, and I think Colin's going to have a lot of fun doing this stuff along with us. So I think it's going to be a really nice breath of fresh air for, I would say, the podcast, but for Second and Short.
I just want to shout you out, Grayson. We appreciate everything you've done for the podcast. For the people that are listening and don't know, Grayson does a lot more than basically the rest of us combined.
Basically everything.
Yeah, Grayson does all the prep sheets, bought all the equipment, has everything. He's the one who edits it and everything. All of us just kind of show up and do what we're told for the most part.
Yeah, we just drive over here.
Yeah, we're just the supporting cast. Grayson's really done most of the work, and it's definitely taken a toll on him.
Yes.
But we do appreciate it, Grayson.
Episode 264 right now.
I was about to say, almost what? Almost 3 years or 2.5?
Almost 3 years. Yeah, 3 years to start in November.
Wow.
So, yeah, thank you. It's been a fun ride. I still enjoy the podcast. It's just the extra part that just doesn't feel like it's worth our time. And I think that our time could kind of get pushed into other things that I think we'll still end up covering the things we want to, covering new things that we've wanted to cover, and doing some fun things along the way. So I really do think this is going to be a big change. And that doesn't mean that the Second Short podcast is over forever. I mean, if things go really well with the short form stuff, maybe that sets us up into a position where we could transition back to some long form. But I think for now, it's more about growing the audience and finding new ways to still share the information that we like sharing. So I'm excited for the future of it. And I hope you guys are too. So make sure you're following us on TikTok, Instagram, and subscribe here on YouTube for the YouTube Shorts. So a lot of fun stuff coming. This week, we're recording a field day video. That's not going to change. That's not going anywhere. You won't get a midweek video this week. One of the videos we filmed a couple weeks ago just didn't quite work. I was going through and editing it. It just didn't flow. 21 questions just didn't quite work out the way we thought it would. But we'll take probably a couple weeks off after this Friday episode. But we're definitely going to get things rolling by the All-Star game, or by the All-Star break for MLB. And then it's pedal to the metal from there. And we're going to find new ways to get new things incorporated and really change up what Second and Short is and will be. Very excited. Colin, how are you feeling?
I feel great.
Okay.
Just got a very long car ride.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've got a fun episode today. I try to make sure, look, okay, we've got 2 episodes left. We got to keep it light this week. So we got a fun one today. We're just going to do me and Colin's MLB All Star Lineups. And then we're going to react to an article of NFL way too early predictions, and we also will give a couple of our own, which this is the kind of thing that you're probably going to start seeing us do in that short form type of content. It is lists and predictions, and we already talked about how me and Luke have been previewing divisions every year for the NFL. That's something we're going to do on the TikTok side, and college football stuff that me and you are going to do, and so much more. So a lot of fun stuff coming down the road. It's a sad end to the podcast itself, but Second and Short is alive and well, maybe better than ever. We'll see. All right. Well, without further ado, are we ready to hop into these MLB All Star lineups?
I think we are.
Okay. Well, we're going to start off at first base in the American League. Nathan, can you pull that up on our screen so that Colin can have it up there. I've already got my selections all written down here. So, who's your pick for American League first baseman? Do you have a?
Yeah, let me look at the list because I think the one I wanted, I think, is technically a DH. Because now that I saw that top name, because it was going to be Yandy Diaz, but is he a DH?
Yes, Yandy Diaz is now a DH, and Jonathan Aranda has been outstanding.
Okay. Yeah, let me... Nick's been killing it. Shaniel. Go up. Probably going to go with Yandy's replacement then.
Okay.
Jonathan Aranda.
That's who I went with as well.
Batting .325, 8 home runs.
Yeah.
At this point, it's kind of hard to beat.
Yeah, exactly. And Aranda's been playing outstanding defense. He's been so good that Yandy Diaz has permanently been moved to DH. I mean, last season, Yandy Diaz started 110 games at first base for the Rays.
Yeah.
And now I think he's started like 63 games at DH this season. So Jonathan Aranda has like fully taken his job over there at first base, and he has been outstanding. He's not getting enough love in the voting. I think he's third in the voting, but it's obviously a fan vote.
Exactly.
The Yankees have the most fans. That's why Goldschmidt's there. Now he has had a good year.
He's been having a good
year.
He's
had a good year. But I think Jonathan Aranda is the guy for me as well in the American League.
If Ty France has been able to... So he's been on fire recently. He just started off his season really bad.
Yeah.
If he had been able to play like he has the past 2 weeks for
sure.
Let's say a month, he'd probably be in the lead right now.
Oh, yeah. I think there's a lot of people that could have that kind of claim.
Yeah, and Romy just hasn't been playing first.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing
He just
long.
hasn't been playing long.
No. Okay, on the National League side, I feel like it's just Freddie Freeman.
It's just Freddie.
It is just Freddie Freeman. He's batting .321. He's got the 9 home runs, 41 RBIs. I don't understand how a player in such a position that we constantly talk about how stacked it is.
Yeah.
We talk about how stacked first base, especially in the National League, has been for so long and just continues to be with guys like Bryce Harper playing first base, with guys like Matt Olson. And just you keep going down the list, and you know you had Joey Votto in the past. It's such a stacked position, and Freddie Freeman still finds a way to just dominate it every year. Yeah. So Freddie is the clear pick in the National League for first base. I'm sure Pete Alonso will get a spot, but he won't be the starter.
No, his All-Star game is the Home Run Derby.
Yes, it is.
Have they already sent out like invites for the Home Run Derby at all?
I don't know. I saw that Ronald Acuna had said that he will accept it if he is invited.
I don't know if I want him to do it. Even though it's in Atlanta.
I think he can. I would like him to do it if it's because it's in Atlanta.
If Ozuna wasn't still battling a hip injury, I would say Ozuna 100%.
Can you just please put Ozuna on the IL for a little bit?
Yeah.
Just give him a break.
I mean, put him next to Chris Sale.
Yeah. That's so annoying that he fractured his rib making such a beautiful play.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay, let's move on to second base in the American League, which second base is kind of always a weak position.
Yeah.
My personal pick is Gleyber Torres. He has been so good in Detroit this season.
Okay.
He has played so much better than I ever could have thought out of him. And once again, second base, kind of just a weak position, especially in the American League.
That's fair. I'm going to go back-to-back Rays with Brandon Lau.
I love it. The Rays are hot, man. They're playing really good baseball right now. And I love that I didn't give up on them.
And it's different because, think about it, all year they've been playing in a minor league field.
Yeah.
And so they're just not being talked about at all.
Not at all. Does any of this Rays bias have to do with you coming back from Clearwater today?
Oh, no, honestly, not at all.
It's very funny, though. And then on the National League side, I feel like you can only go with Ketel Marte.
Yeah.
I think Brendan Donovan's been great, but he just doesn't have the volume there like Ketel Marte has. And really, in my opinion, nobody else touches the numbers he's putting up. I mean, last season, this guy was a finalist for MVP, came third in the voting, and he's off to a hell of a start. He's got he's got 1,000 OPS. He's got 13 homers, which is crazy for him. So Ketel Marte very handedly holding down second base in the National League.
I think the only two that really you could compete with the closer we get is Bryce Turang and Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman.
Those are really the only two I could really say that will compete for a spot.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably one or two more second basemen that'll make it in the National League just purely for reserve spots.
I think just one, not even two.
Second
base is that position that's just one.
Yeah, it's just awful.
Because if they need to, they'll just put a shortstop over there that's playing outstanding.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move on to third base. And in the American League, I think there is a couple of good contenders, but Jose Ramirez takes the cake every year at this position.
I mean, you can't say it's really anybody else right now.
Yeah, I mean, Bregman's had a good year, and as well as a couple others. In my opinion, my second favorite in the American League is Maikel Garcia, behind Jose Ramirez. Maikel Garcia has been outstanding for the Royals. I think he's maybe been the best bat in the lineup, and I know Bobby Witt's there. Maikel Garcia has been that good all season long for the Royals, but Jose Ramirez deserves so much credit.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, he's held down AL, like best third baseman in the AL, I would say for like a decade now. Like, he really has held it down in the American League. So shout out to Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets some love this year in MVP voting as well.
My original pick was going to be Andujar, but since he's missed some time recently, it's really killed him.
Yeah.
But that man he's had a
good.
insane season this year.
Really well. Over to the National League side. Once again,
you.
there's a very clear.
I got this.
Okay.
Manny Machado.
Yeah, it's obviously Manny Machado. I brought this up on Friday's podcast. He has been having one of his best offensive seasons of his entire career. And for Machado to be batting above 300 halfway through the season is huge. At his age, too, it's just such a crazy step. And now I know Eugenio Suarez. I know he goes by Gino as well. Eugenio Suarez, outstanding power numbers.
He'll probably get a reserve spot.
He'll definitely get a reserve spot.
Or he'll be in the home run derby.
He'll probably be in both, I would say. I think he'll make the All-Star game and the home run derby, but he definitely deserves a lot of love. And so does Matt Chapman. I mean, he's got a good glove. Okay, over to shortstop. American League, I think, is one of the toughest calls out there between Bobby Witt Jr., Jacob Wilson, and Jeremy Pena. All three of those are just insanely close to me.
All just having really great seasons.
My pick is Jacob Wilson. He's almost batting 350 right now.
As a rookie.
Yeah. Like, the numbers are just, they are there. It's not like he's just getting the bias because he's a rookie. The numbers are there, and he's a rookie, which is outstanding. Like, this guy is one of two players. Him and Aaron Judge have 100 hits already this season. And then, now I'll give Jeremy Pena some credit. He's in third in the league in hits with 97. But 20 strikeouts in 73 games from Jacob Wilson. Unreal. And Bobby Witt was off to a little bit of a slow start.
But he's picked it back up.
He has picked it back up. And the Royals have in general. I mean, their offense was lacking, and he was a part of it. And now they're kind of rolling again, and once again, he's a part of it. But Jacob Wilson just takes the cake. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's doing right now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah. The National League, I think I'm maybe taking an unorthodox pick. Francisco Lindor is the vote leader right now. It's not my cup of tea, personally. I'm going with Elly De La Cruz because of the run production for me. Who is it that's second? Is it Mookie? Yeah, Mookie's second. And I like Mookie this season. He's been great. I love that he's actually playing shortstop. It's not like last year where they were like, oh, we're moving him to second, and then he didn't play second. Yeah. He's actually playing shortstop, which I can respect. But I'm taking Elly because, like I said, I like the run production. 52 RBIs for Elly De La Cruz is outstanding. He's got an 838 OPS with 17 home runs, so he's not just hitting for power. He's hitting really well, and, I mean, 265 average is great for a player of his kind of style, and he's also brought the K rate down. I mean, last season, he was up near, I think he was over 30%. These last two seasons that he's been in the league.
Yeah, he's been really bad.
Brought it under the 30% mark so far this season on the K rate. He's got the walks up as well. He did throw up in the infield the other night, but I can look past that because he's been balling out. So Elly's my guy in the National League.
He's not the first one on his team to throw up in the middle of a game.
It's true. Yeah, maybe he got it from Hunter Green. Who's your pick in the National League?
It's tough. I'm probably going Lindor.
Yeah.
Just that's like your safe pick. Because probably he's been the most consistent all year when it comes to your NL shortstops. Originally, I wanted to go Trey Turner, but he's just
slowed it down
tremendously.
Yeah.
He was off to an insane start.
Oh, he was crazy to start.
But yeah, honestly, I'd probably put Elly third and keep Mookie second and just Lindor first.
Fair enough. For catchers, I mean, it couldn't be more obvious on both sides.
Yeah, it's easy.
American League, Cal Raleigh. Yep. It has to be Cal Raleigh and nobody else. Literally, no one else is touching the numbers that Cal Raleigh is putting up.
Not Edgar Cuero.
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, Cal Raleigh, unbelievable. Like, there's nobody close. Nobody should even be able to call themselves an all-star catcher in the American League unless they are Cal Raleigh, because 31 home runs, 66 RBIs, a 1042 OPS at this point in the season is crazy. He's already, I believe, the only catcher over the last 3 seasons, or actually, it might have been the only catcher in MLB history that in 3 straight seasons has hit 30-plus home runs.
He's got to slow down, right?
It's unbelievable. You would think.
I hope he doesn't participate in the home run derby.
Dude, right now, he is on pace for, I believe, 66 home runs.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah. He is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, insane.
And, like, he's smashing, like, catchers' records for home runs for the whole season. And we're 77 or so games in.
Not even at the halfway mark.
Yeah, we're not even at the halfway mark, and Cal Raleigh is putting up record-breaking numbers for a catcher in the home runs.
Numbers.
It's unbelievable. I mean, the RBIs, he's going to be at 100 in no time.
Yep.
He's killing it. He's the only reason that the Mariners are even relatively staying afloat.
Yes. No one else.
And he's got like 6 multi-home run games, which is crazy. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And then you flip over to the National League side.
Will Smith.
Nobody is even close to Will Smith. How could you ever possibly pick against a catcher that is leading the National League in batting average and on-base percentage halfway through the season, and he plays nearly every game? It's unbelievable. And Hunter Goodman deserves a lot of credit for what he's doing in Colorado this season.
He's been killing it.
I love watching some Hunter Goodman, except for when it was against the Braves.
Why is Sean Murphy up there, bro? We should have our other catcher up there.
I know. Drake's getting shafted.
Write-in vote?
Yeah, you
so
can.
many people are writing in his vote.
Write in Drake Baldwin? I hope so.
He's not my pick because you can't. He's not better than Will Smith.
No.
Excuse me. But no, honestly, I like Drake Baldwin as like a reserve.
Yeah, I would love to see him make it. He's been killing it. Didn't he? He had another home run the other night.
3-run home run.
Yeah.
What
a baller.
And then the next game had like a double with 2 RBIs.
Yeah.
He's been one of our most consistent bats in the lineup.
Yeah, tough game for us today.
Yeah, I didn't. I was sleeping, so I didn't really see it.
I unfortunately watched it. Just
lost to the Marlins, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Elder just couldn't hold it together. Unfortunately. All right, on to the outfield. And this is honestly where I think there's the most picks. Obviously, there's a clear front runner on both sides. But there's a lot of guys in the mix. A lot of guys in the mix in both leagues after that. AL, of course, Aaron Judge leads the way. Duh.
I guess we have to.
You have to put Aaron Judge there.
Do we have to?
You do. But things get a little dicey after that.
Is it bad if I want to put Javi Baez out there?
No, it is not a bad pick whatsoever. He's very good.
He's having a major bounce back year.
Yes. I have a different Tiger. I've got Riley Green up there. And then I've also got Byron Buxton, who, crazy enough, in the first update came 13th amongst outfielders. But he is by far the best center fielder in the league right now. And among outfielders, second in Fangraphs WAR, only behind Aaron Judge. So, and that's in the American League. Byron Buxton deserves so much more credit than he's getting right now, just because the Twins are playing bad baseball.
Was that your?
That was my third. So yeah, Riley Green and Byron Buxton. I think Julio Rodriguez deserves a little more credit than he's getting. I know the numbers aren't great, but defensively he's been unbelievable.
Honestly, you could shout out Tyler Soderstrom.
Yeah.
He's been killing it as
He slowed it down a lot. I mean, he was at like double-digit home runs within like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then he's really slowed it down, but
is it
he's
bad?
Still been good.
Screw it. I'm going to go double Tigers with Judge, Riley Green, and Javi Baez and Judge.
Okay. I think it's absurd. Sorry to Mike Trout. It's absurd that he's like 5th in voting. Yeah, Drew Waters has been getting some playing time in Kansas City. But, like, Mike Trout just should not be getting votes. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mike, but just shouldn't happen. Want to give some credit to Stephen Kwan, too. For me, he's kind of my first guy out. He was my next guy. If I could pick 4, Stephen Kwan would have got a pick. But my problem is that I know he's a leadoff, but I don't see the run production numbers. He's not scoring enough runs, and he's not hitting in enough runs for me personally, especially for a player like him who hits for high contact and has been hitting for a little bit of power as well. You'd like to see better numbers out of a batter, no matter where he hits in the lineup. And then on to the National League. Obviously, Pete Crow Armstrong takes the cake. He has been unbelievable in the National League. In my opinion, he might be the National League MVP right now.
Yeah.
He really might be. I know
Dude,
Shohei gets a lot of love.
I said this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's been great.
He's been insane. And he's not showing
no,
any sign of slowing down.
Not slowing down at all. And he plays the best defense.
I think he's got like 100 speed right now instead of 99. Like he is just pedal to the metal.
He's been unbelievable.
But number 2, I'm probably going to say Corbin Carroll.
I love Corbin Carroll. He's not on my list, though. He's my next guy off.
20 home runs.
Unfortunately,
his RBI numbers don't really show it. Because, like, how can you have 20 home runs?
And 44
RBIs. That's kind of crazy. Like, your teammates just aren't getting on base for you.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest gripe with Carroll is, yes, he has hit 20 home runs. The 255 average is a little bit concerning for the style of play he was, kind of showing off the first couple of seasons of his career. But the 914 OPS is outstanding.
It's almost like he's turning into, like, a power hitter instead of, like...
A little bit.
Which is honestly kind of bad for him because he's so fast.
But it's working.
It's
working. But, yeah, my next guy would be James Wood.
Yeah.
James Wood's been outstanding. Nathan, I have a link in there to a comparison between James Wood and Shohei Ohtani's stats. He's not far off.
James Wood is having
He's really not far off. He's actually got more B-WAR than Shohei Ohtani. A little bit less plate appearances. He's got 6 less hits, 4 less home runs.
Think about it, that's all single digits, though.
Yeah. It's small different. He's got 2 less stolen bases than Shohei Ohtani.
Literally,
the average is right there.
Yes.
The on-base percentage, slugging, OPS, it's all right there. Right, just a tick behind the guy who is the leader in National League MVP.
How'd you feel about Shohei's first pitching outing? We were watching it on the projector outside.
We talked about this on Friday. It was fine. I mean, it's nice to see him up on the mound. It's nice to see him throwing hard.
Some of the movement he had.
He gets crazy
frisbees.
Crazy movement. Yeah, the splitter was unbelievable.
Yeah, I almost jumped out of my seat. I was like...
He's unreal. Now, James Wood does not do that. James Wood doesn't get up on the mound. But I love what James Wood is doing this season. And then you can call me biased all you want. Ronald Acuna is on a trajectory to where once we get to the All-Star break, if he doesn't make it, we're all going to be like, why didn't this guy make it? Because he's been unbelievable. How many games has he played, Nathan? Because he's batting .396 with 8 home runs already.
But did you see Profar had a 2 home run game in Gwinnett?
Yeah, love to see that.
First comment was, you might want to check him.
Yeah, love to see that. And when Verdugo makes an error in the outfield today, makes me feel really good. The Jurickson Profar's close. He's played. Ronald Acuna's played 26 games, and he has 8 home runs and 15 RBIs.
36 hits and
36
28
hits,
games.
20. Unbelievable stuff from Ronald Acuna. So I'm putting him in. I know it's a little bit controversial because he just hasn't played a lot of games.
But like Ronald Acuna is that guy that it's understandable to put him in just because he just changed the whole team's momentum.
Definitely.
Like we were dead in the water. He comes back and we're starting to
sweep the Mets.
We're putting together more wins, like more consistent wins, not just winning by 1 and then losing by 10.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Honestly, I don't think I'm behind. I think I'm behind you on that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that. So Colin's got Corbin Carroll. I've got James Wood. Otherwise, it's PCA and Ronald Acuna.
So are you just putting my list?
Yeah. I've already got mine.
Okay.
I already put in my 5 votes for the day with this lineup that I've put out. All right, on to DH. It's the last one, and then we could talk a little bit of pitching, but on to DH in the AL. It should have been Devers, but he got traded.
Yep.
So Ryan O'Hearn takes the mantle for me. He's been so good, and now he's probably going to get traded too, because the Orioles are playing some awful baseball. But Ryan O'Hearn feels like the most deserving guy right now in the American League. Now that Devers isn't there,
you know who I could see making it in. Especially if like there are some like trades in place to get some of those like that top 2 out of there.
Yeah.
Tachman.
For
the White Sox. He's actually not been playing.
He's not bad. He's not bad. He hasn't played a ton, but he's not playing bad. I like that. I think you just right now the way it looks, Ryan O'Hearn. I mean, when you can get a DH who's playing just about every day, batting .305, that's huge. That's absolutely huge for your lineup. Too bad everybody else on the team sucks.
Yeah.
No. And then, is there anybody else? I mean, Brent Rooker's having a great year. Don't want to take that
Ben
away.
Rice.
Yeah, Ben Rice is great. Ben Rice has been great.
I don't know. Jock Peterson, bro. Those numbers make me want to throw up.
It's unbelievable.
because he's the DH for the Rangers. They just put every team.
Yeah, I think it's whoever played the most games at that position.
Yeah. That is just horrifying to see.
Awful. I like Jack Caglione's there for some reason, which is crazy.
Jeanty?
Yeah, Yandy's having a good year as well. Don't want to take that away from him. Jordan sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks right now. Awful. He hasn't played every game. He's been a little banged up, but still.
You know what? Chalk me in for Ben Rice.
All right. Colin's taking Ben Rice. All right.
No,
in the National League.
Brent Rooker.
Oh, okay. He's switching to Brent Rooker.
Yes. Sorry.
There we go. Okay. National League, I mean, it's obviously Shohei Ohtani, but Rafael Devers deserves some love.
Yeah, it's...
And Devers is second in voting because he had so many votes from being the American League leader.
I love that he went yard against the Red Sox, too.
Yeah.
But then also Aroldis Chapman literally spit on him with a 102 fastball high.
Yeah, in that game, he went 0 for 5 when Chapman struck him out. It was like 2 flyouts, 2 groundouts, and got struck out. But the communal knob right there was all... Nod. That was great. Communal knob is crazy.
Yikes.
The complimentary nod, I think
communal
was...
nod.
Yeah, that was fucking insane. That's the second short podcast there for you. That's something you won't get.
Oh, man.
Something you won't get on the short form content.
No, you probably still will.
Yeah, you probably still will. When Nathan puts a camera in Colin's face, he's going to be talking about the communal knob. But yeah, Shohei, obviously the National League DH. Schwarber certainly deserves his credit, though the home run numbers have slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, but his RBI numbers are great.
Yeah.
55.
Yeah. He's been really good. Gavin Sheets deserves some love,
He's
too.
been killing it,
Gavin
but it's
Sheets
just
is
like...
a killer.
The DH might be the toughest position to just take over for the NL.
Especially when Shohei's there.
Like, some of those NL guys need to go to the AL if they want to.
Yeah.
Because, like, think about it. You have Ryan O'Hearn versus Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, I mean, think about, like 6 years ago, there was no National League DHs.
Yeah.
And now all the best ones are in the National League. It's kind of funny.
Yup.
All right. Well, that's the full lineup. I would love to say, like, let's make predictions on starting pitchers. It's Tarek Skubal and Paul Skeens.
Yeah. Those are your starters.
Yeah, no ifs, ands, or buts. Nobody's touching those two.
And then, like, some other starters, Zach Wheeler's probably going to make it.
Yeah, maybe. I think my guys that are locks right now, a lot of them are American League pitchers. Hunter Brown, Chris Bubich, Max Fried. Those 3 guys got to make it.
You think Hunter Green is going to get it? Has he slowed down? Or
I mean, he was hurt. I don't necessarily know.
What about Chris Sale?
I think he'd make it. I think Chris Sale deserves to make it, but once again, it's an injury thing.
Yeah, well, you got to think about who's going to be the Brave. None of our relievers are going to make it.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
So I feel like it's got to be Chris Sale.
I think we could have 2 starters. I think Holmes, I think Schwellenbach could be there as well. But I think Sale's the guy for sure. And then you start talking different things. But I don't think anybody from the offense is going to make it unless it's Acuna.
Or Baldwin. He won't start, but he might get a reserve spot.
Yeah. And I know we aren't kind of like covering, like it's not like an MLB recap today, but Jacob Mizorowski, shout out to him, hitless for the first 11 innings of his career is unbelievable as a starting
with
pitcher.
11 Ks.
Yeah. Yeah. He's unbelievable. And then him and Skeens going head to head on Wednesday
Poor
at
Skeens,
2
bro.
p.m.
A 1.85 went and going 4 and 6.
Yeah.
It makes me want to throw up.
Dude, it's so bad. This is DeGrom stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Does LSU and Coastal play tonight?
It's over. LSU won.
Oh, LSU won?
Yeah.
Did they play yesterday?
Yeah.
Or they won? They clinched it today?
They won yesterday, and then they won today.
Okay.
Yeah. In the first inning, Coastal's head coach and first base coach got ejected. It was a little weird.
So Skeens is throwing a no-hitter with 15 Ks tonight.
Did you guys see...
or is that tomorrow?
Did you guys see that guy that met Livy Dunn at Fanatics Fest and then dropped his drink on her?
No, but I saw Livy Dunn throw a Cane's chicken tender in the crowd, and this little kid caught it and was like, Rando's, it's like, Dad!
It's like catching a foul ball.
He just catches it and just goes...
Oh my God. That's something you can't find anywhere but the Second and Short podcast. Yeah, it might have to be. Just a kid sniffing a Cane's chicken finger that Livy Dunn touched.
Hit
I also
no.
a very clearly staged video of her buying a card from some nerd, where he was just like, what did he say? Oh, we just sold a Paul Skeens card earlier because he's so good, dude. What the fuck? It's just like it was the most unnatural interaction ever. It was so bad. Everything about Fanatics Fest pissed me off. Why was Sketch dressing up like Johnny Manziel? What is happening, man?
Don't hate on my boy.
Did you see Joe? Yeah, Joe Burrow. Well, Joe Burrow also said that he might go to Cam Patterson's stand-up that night. I don't think he did.
I would invite Sketch to a party. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Did you guys see Joe Burrow trying to throw a baseball?
No.
That was awful. He put it into like the left side netting of the cage. It's awful. Awful. What? Yeah, Bryce Young trying to hit a golf ball.
Is it bad?
Brutal. Yeah. Yeah, CJ was teaching him how to hit a golf ball. You might need to teach him how to throw a football, too. All right, anything else for the All-Star game?
No, All-Star game's a shit show.
Yeah, it is.
Can we go back to wearing...
We are. We're wearing team jerseys in the game. We're getting team jerseys in the game. Yeah, we are. Yes. The special jerseys are just for
like for fans
media,
purchase?
like media stuff, home run derby, and like that's all.
But in the game, they're back to team jerseys.
Yes. In the game, back to team jerseys, and then special hats for the All-Star game.
Thank you.
Yes. I also we didn't really talk about those All-Star jerseys. I think they're awful,
as they are every year.
But like they're Braves, and I was hoping like, oh, maybe we'll have something I like. No.
When was the last time they had a good All-Star jersey
so
you like, Grayson?
Never. But like, dude, that is
that's horrible.
Awful. I get what they're going for. I get it. They're looking for the old script A, the lowercase a. I get it. But like, nah.
It looks horrible.
And it's
like on the middle
blue
piping.
Ugh. It's awful. So bad. And the hats are weird too. They have like a weird break in them at the top. I just don't get it. I really don't get it.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll save my money.
Yes, I will as well. You know what All-Star Game jersey I didn't mind was the black and white one. Maybe was it Seattle? They were like black and white, and it was kind of like overlapping with like the team's name or like maybe the league and the team logo.
I can't remember.
That's the All-Star hat. Looks so bad. The one with like the two panels on the front is the one they'll be wearing in game.
That looks sick.
Yeah. But yeah. Pretty awful.
No, thank you. I swear they get worse and worse every year.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty bad. But I think Atlanta will be fun. I think there's a lot of fun stuff going on.
Traffic's going to suck.
Yes, traffic's going to suck. But when does it not? I mean, what's going to change?
Man, dude, my store's going to be so busy.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
All right, are we ready to move on to the NFL article that we've got? Some way too early 2025 predictions. Please scroll past the title so Colin doesn't get it spoiled. Thank you. All right, first one. Who wrote this? Sorry. Who wrote this article? Jeffrey Chadiha. I've never heard of him, but thank you for writing this article. You're good to look. But yeah. All right, let's get into it. First one. The Bills will win the Super Bowl. What do we think?
I mean, they're highly capable of it.
Yeah. I
feel like this is a too early prediction every year.
Yeah? You think the Bills are maybe too overhyped going into the year every year?
Like going into the year, they are a little too overhyped.
Always. But I feel like they show
but they
rise to the occasion in the regular season. It's the playoffs.
Yeah, the AFC Championship they just can't get past.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, they've lost four playoff games.
I would love
Chiefs.
to see Josh Allen win a Super Bowl.
Me too. I mean, coming off the MVP year, you'd love to see
this team's going to be very young, so it's going to be interesting to see what they can do.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
I still think you need better offensive weapons to help Josh Allen.
Yeah, yes.
Like, don't get me wrong. James Cook is a phenomenal running back, but is he that running back that's just going to take over a game?
I think he can.
He has shown that he can, but not at a consistent level.
Yeah, that's fair. And Keon Coleman, he's going to take a step. A lot of these guys in the wide receiver room are going to take a step.
I think Shakir takes a step down after last season.
Maybe. I don't know.
Palmer's got to step up. I know.
Palmer's gone.
I thought they just
Oh no,
got
he just
Josh
brought.
Palmer.
Yeah, sorry. They just brought in Josh.
Yeah,
Palmer.
they just got Josh Palmer. Dalton Kincaid's got to step up and have an amazing year.
Yeah, he does.
And then their defense,
their defense is great, and they improved on it a lot.
I just need to see their D line.
Yeah,
much more aggressive,
and that's why they added Landon Jackson, who I was super high on. Yeah. So I like that move.
So I don't mind this.
Bosa as well. They added Bosa to that defensive line.
I don't mind this, but
the AFC is just so tough.
Yeah,
it is so tough, especially because I know the Chiefs don't look like fun on paper.
Yeah, well,
they win football games.
The Bills just lose silly games in the regular season.
They do. Yeah, they do.
This year they'll probably lose to the Jaguars.
Nah,
and the Jets.
I don't know if anybody's listening to the Jaguars this year.
Us. Just kidding. We don't play them.
I don't know. All right, let's go to the second one on this list. I think there's 10. Joe Burrow will be MVP. I mean, I don't think that's much of a hot take after last season.
I don't think he will. His team won't win enough games.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing you ran into last year. If you put up those numbers and they were winning games, oh my God.
Literally, if they just would have won 2 more games, he would have won MVP.
Yeah, exactly.
But their defense got worse.
Their defense is so bad and getting worse. Trey Hendrickson, they're trying to get something done. Shamar Stewart is blown up in their face. It's it's a problem what's happening on defense. And this might sound crazy, but Jamar Chase and T. Higgins both getting paid big-time money in the same offseason makes me feel like one of them is going to get a little complacent. This happens all the time. Guys play super well when they're trying to earn a contract. They get the contract, and then maybe they taper off a little bit, at least for that next year.
Yeah,
they got a little comfortable.
I can tell you exactly who that's going to be, and it's going to be T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Jamar just goes to work every day.
He does.
He knows he's.
But we haven't seen Jamar on anything but his rookie deal. So now he's getting paid.
Yeah, paid. But Jamar's top 2, if not the best receiver in the NFL.
I think he's number 1. Try me.
It's either him or his old teammate at LSU.
But I think it's Jamar. Try me.
Is that fantasy football bias?
Nah.
You sure?
Not at all. Not at all. I watch a lot of Jamar Chase.
So are you going straight for Jamar in the fantasy football draft?
Of course I am. But yeah, Burrow is more than capable of winning an MVP. It's just the Cincinnati Bengals are not capable of helping him get there.
Yeah, they're not capable of winning games.
Yeah, and you got to win games to win MVP. He can win Offensive Player of the Year all he wants.
For them to win, they're going to have to win like 56-45 every game.
Yeah, that is a good point. All right, on to the third one. The Eagles will be the first team to repeat as NFC East champs in 21 years. I don't know if we should just go ahead and say that. The Commanders are the real deal.
You want to hear a hot take?
The Cowboys?
Well, the Eagles are going to be third in their division.
Whoa. Okay.
I think they take a major step back this year.
Okay. They lost a lot of key players.
Yeah, but they still have all the talent in the world to repeat.
Yeah.
But the Commanders are going to come out hot.
Yep.
And this is a year Dak's got to prove himself.
Yeah. But I don't know about Brian Schottenheimer as head coach, though, in Dallas. That's my biggest apprehension there.
I think the biggest reason I say that, I want to see Dak go out and ball out this year.
That's fair. I wouldn't mind it. And I already saw this list. One of the things that's coming up would support that. I'll just say that. But, yeah, I think the Cowboys can be very successful this season if Schottenheimer was a good hire. I just don't know. Yeah. I really don't know if Schottenheimer was a good hire.
At the end of the day, we'll just have to.
Yeah,
it's gonna be all
obviously that's how the whole thing goes. But
these are supposed to make
with a new coach. With a new coach, it's really tough.
Yeah,
it's really tough. But yeah, I mean, this is an easy choice.
Yeah,
this is a very easy choice. But I could see the Commanders sweeping the Eagles this year in division games, and that could be a huge deal for division. You know
what's crazy? I see the Giants putting up a fight this year.
I could too. I mean, they're making the right steps. They've
their defense got better.
Forward. They got a quarterback. They got 3 quarterbacks.
Someone's got it. Someone's destined to be good.
One of the 3 has to work.
I thought they had 4.
I guess. Yeah, they also have DeVito.
Oh, Dart, Jameis.
Dart, Jameis, and Russ was the only ones I was talking about.
Okay.
But DeVito is still there.
So they got 3.
Yeah. I don't know about this one. I don't know about the Eagles being a repeat champ.
I think this is going to be a really tough division this year.
I think it always is. I think it'll be right back to being one of the best in the league. The Broncos will snap the Chiefs' streak of 9 straight AFC West titles.
As much as I want it to happen, they won't.
No, they won't. Look, the Broncos can win 12 games next year, and they still won't do it.
No one's gonna. No one.
You just can't stop them.
Yeah, no one in their division can go into Arrowhead and beat them.
No, it's just not going to happen.
Even with Mahomes having no weapons, no one could beat Andy Reid at Arrowhead.
It's just not happening.
No.
Really. And what's amazing, though, is like this is the most well-coached division out there. Because now Pete Carroll's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Harbaugh's going into year 2 with the Chargers. Sean Payton just put up a fucking masterpiece.
He's turning that Broncos team around.
Masterpiece in Denver last year.
And then Andy Reid's just like...
And then Andy Reid's a legend.
Yeah.
Top probably 5 coach all time.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't get better than this division. And that's why Andy Reid still is going to sit at the top, because he's been kicking this great division's ass for 9 straight years.
And him and Mahomes, man, that's probably the best coach-quarterback connection in the league.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Okay, on to the next one. So the Chiefs are probably going to hold on to it. This one's fucking crazy.
No.
Caleb Williams will throw for 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns.
You could have just...
Hell no.
See, drop it, say 30 touchdowns and 4,000 yards. I could possibly say yes. But 4,535, not a chance in hell.
No, I got to get the interception number.
Ben Johnson is good.
He's not a miracle worker.
Yeah, this isn't Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, dude, like you added Colston Loveland and Luther Burden. I get it. You filled a couple holes on defense. I get it. But Caleb Williams was fundamentally not that good last season.
Apparently, OTAs, Luther Burden struggling.
I'm not surprised.
There's
a reason he dropped in the draft.
So I saw that he missed like a lot of time on the field because he was like getting worked on, and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's rehabbing an injury, and it's not going well.
Someone was like, you can't show that you need to start if you're just not on the field.
Yeah, Ben Johnson said that, which he's right. You got to be out there, and it sucks that he's rehabbing an injury, but he chose to do it that way. Colston Loveland, though, I think he'll have an immediate impact, but I'm interested to see what Ben Johnson does with Loveland and Kmet. I know Kmet has been out of favor, but and they do 2 very different things.
I can see them running a 2 tight end.
Yeah, run a what is that? A 12-man offense, 12 package.
Because you could have DJ Moore, Rome, and then both tight ends, and then Swift in the back.
Yeah, I think that sounds great. Swift's not very good.
Yeah, well, that's maybe that's why they're saying he's going to throw for so much, because Ben Johnson's just not going to run the ball.
I don't know. We'll see about that. But yeah, I can't buy in on 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns.
Show me 4,200 this season, and then maybe next year we'll talk about 45.
Show me 3,800, and maybe we could talk.
Yeah. How many did he throw last year?
Interceptions or touchdowns?
No.
Yards?
No, yards.
Scroll back up, Nathan. I think it had it on there.
It.
Last year, 3,541 and 20.
So you're telling me he's going to have 1,000 more yards?
Now, his offensive line was awful last season. They made huge adjustments to that. So that might help as well. But the inaccuracy that he displayed. Yeah, the inaccuracy that he displayed last year was awful.
You could even say when we were playing Wavelength.
Yeah.
He's got a mid-deep ball.
Yeah. I did say that. All right, on to the 6th one here, and I like this one a lot. Daniel Jones will win Comeback Player of the Year. You know I'm a ride or die with Danny Dimes. And with Anthony Richardson already banged up, it looks like Daniel Jones has a huge leg up in winning that quarterback battle. Now, Riley Leonard, I'm not counting him out. I was talking about that a couple weeks ago. I'm not counting out Riley Leonard just yet. But Daniel Jones really does have a chance to step in, and if he wants to do what he did a couple years ago in New York
to get that contract,
he's more than capable. He is more than capable of it, and he has a good offense around him. He's got Jonathan Taylor and Josh Downs and Michael Pittman Jr. and all these other weapons.
Tyler Warren,
and Alec Pierce. I mean, all of these guys that can. I'm just bringing up Alec Pierce as a part of the offense.
We're gonna say next, A.D. Mitchell.
Yeah, A.D. Mitchell is a part of it. I mean. But, these are real pieces. These are guys that can help you win a game if you have talent at quarterback, and Daniel Jones has been good before. I've never watched Anthony Richardson play actually good football for a full season.
Not at Florida?
No. He barely played there. Like he played 1 year of football at Florida, where he was the starter the whole time, and he was great. But there were obvious holes in his game even then.
Made him a top quarterback in the draft.
And I don't know why, but the athleticism is off the charts. Everything tests so well for Anthony Richardson, but boy, does he suck.
I want to know what Anthony Richardson's snap count is.
I don't even know. He probably claps. He probably does.
Who was it that said all they did was clap?
Jackson Dart.
Yeah, he was like, John Gruden was like,
yeah.
Hey, run me through your snap count. He stands up, just goes,
yeah. Can't be doing that. I think John Gruden just put out a video like the other week saying like no more clapping of college football, which is so funny. But yeah, I actually really like this take that Daniel Jones could win comeback player of the year. I think he's going to take the job. So he's got a chance.
DeMar Hamlin.
No. No. I think they say they're stopping letting it be off injuries. That's like the plan.
As they should.
Yeah, it should be about guys that were once like that just kind of showed up out of nowhere and became
good, became bad.
Yeah. Or was just never really good and just showed up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think that's a fun way to look at it. All right, on to the next. We have got Ashton Jeanty will run for 2,000 yards. Whoa. That's heavy right there.
2K?
2,000 yards.
Rookie year?
In Las Vegas with Pete Carroll as his head coach, Geno Smith running the offense.
You're not going to run any wide receivers? You're just going to put every tight end you have.
I mean, you got Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer.
You can run a double fullback system too, just to add more blockers.
Yeah, I mean that's a crazy.
Like
one.
I'm gonna be honest, it's unrealistic to think that what he did in college, he's gonna be able to, like,
yeah, he's not just gonna
duplicate
do that. But I think that he's already shown in OTAs in rookie minicamp that like he's ready.
The thing is, like,
he's ready.
Like, running for 2,000 is crazy. All purpose, maybe,
but he's not really much of a pass catcher.
Yeah, but it's like, as a running back in the NFL, it's very hard, especially as a rookie, to get 2K.
It is. It's hard to just get that kind of snaps. But he's clearly running back one, and there is not a running back two.
No,
there is not a running back two in Las Vegas. So he's gonna get the snaps. He's gonna be on the field. It's gonna be available there. It is there for the taking.
I'm interested to see because the NFL is so much different than college when it comes to game speed.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what it looks like with Pete Carroll at the helm and how he's kind of able to use Jeanty in this offense. I think that's kind of my primary focus is like early on we need to see what the approach is. Yeah. What does the usage look like for Ashton Jeanty? And then I could get on board. But he's definitely my like rookie of the year favorite.
Yeah.
But
2,000's crazy.
2,000's crazy. 2,000 is offensive player of the year. Yeah, 2,000 gets you offensive player of the year.
Saquon just did it last year, and he's been so good for so long.
Yeah, it took him forever. I mean, Derrick Henry was well into his career when he got it. Like, it's a grind. But if Jeanty is that ready, which everybody seems to say he is, maybe he can.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest. If he came out and if he does it rookie year, I think that could be one of the worst things for his career.
Yeah, because every other season after that,
every other season after that is going to be he's having a down year.
Yeah, he had a down year. He rushed for 1,800 yards. Right? That is a great point. But also, there might be nothing better for your career than running for 2,000 yards because we still talk about Chris Johnson, and he had the shortest prime you possibly could.
CJ2K.
Yeah. All right, on to the next. That one was bold. Travis Hunter will be more impactful as a cornerback than a wide receiver in his first season.
I agree.
I don't know. I think that there is a true need for him at wide receiver in Jacksonville. I really do think that. They need a true wide receiver 2 behind Brian Thomas Jr. And Trevor Lawrence needs all the help he can get.
Yeah.
He needs a lot of help if he wants to keep moving forward in Jacksonville.
So I think, but also they need a strong need at cornerback.
For sure. And Travis Hunter will play a little bit of cornerback.
And like the way I look at it is like, so no one in that wide receiver room, even Travis Hunter, is going to outshine Brian Thomas Jr.
Not going to happen.
So I think Travis Hunter is going to have more of an impact on the defensive side if he can step up and be the leader at the cornerback position.
That's true. But the thing is can he can he step in, become cornerback 1, and they still want to put him at wide receiver?
Because honestly, I would love it if they did Brian Thomas Jr., Zay Jones as the 2, and Travis Hunter as the 3.
Is Zay Jones gone?
I think Zay Jones is still there.
Is he?
Because they got rid of Christian Kirk.
I thought they cut Zay Jones mid-season last year.
Did they? He's out.
Gone.
So
Okay.
who's their 2 right now?
Travis Hunter.
Who's their 3?
De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown's
De'Ami
not bad.
Brown.
He's not bad,
He's
but
got-
you need Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
You need Travis Hunter on the offensive side of the ball. So maybe he will be better as a cornerback, but I think his impact might be more heavy on the wide receiver side.
I think I could say the opposite.
Okay.
Like, he'll be better as a wide receiver for this team, but more impactful as a cornerback.
Maybe. That's a. I think we.
That's the thing. That's the thing about.
Disagree here.
That's the thing about being both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
We just don't know until he gets there.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's unprecedented.
We could talk all we want about these rookies. They haven't played a snap in the NFL yet.
And for Travis Hunter, it's even harder because there's no comparison. It's kind of like Shohei.
Yeah.
There's no comparison to what Travis Hunter is trying to do. Now, we don't even know if he'll really do it. So
he might play
kinda up
one
in the air.
game of it and be like, I can't do this.
Yeah, exactly. He might be like Anthony Richardson tapping out in mid-drive. All right, on to the next way too early prediction. And it's that CeeDee Lamb will break the NFL record for receptions in a season. I think this is a hot take when you just got George Pickens.
And Pickens is going to want the ball.
Yeah, he's going to want the ball, or he's going to want to beat the shit out of somebody.
If he doesn't, the thing with Pickens, if he doesn't get the ball, he's just going to cause locker room problems.
Yeah.
He's just going to cause controversy for the team.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So it's hard to say CeeDee Lamb, because I feel like CeeDee Lamb is one that wouldn't take it as hard. Like, yeah, CeeDee Lamb wants the ball, but I don't know why you traded for George Pickens, bro.
I mean, they needed help at wide receiver,
Yeah,
but I don't know if you needed
he's a
George
problem.
Pickens.
You know he's a problem.
Besides that, I think just the style of player he is doesn't really fit the need. I think you're looking for
I feel like you could have went and got like a DK.
Maybe
they should have pushed for DK instead of George Pickens.
that could be. But I think that what we saw 2 years ago between Dak and CeeDee, where Dak was playing like almost at an MVP level at quarterback, and CeeDee Lamb was unbelievable as well. CeeDee had 135 receptions.
Yeah.
Which is, this says it's 14 shy of the 149 receptions that Michael Thomas had in 2019, which is the record. When you add George Pickens into the fold, I don't see CeeDee Lamb getting the ball 135 times.
The only thing I can see it making sense is that it's going to offer a lot more one-on-one situations with CeeDee Lamb.
That's true.
So there's going to be a lot more of like those quick curl routes, slants over the middle, everything like that, where Pickens is your decoy going deep.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like a lot more deep post routes, corner routes, everything like that, where CeeDee's going to be open over the middle. Or just like CeeDee's going to be your short option where Pickens is your more deep threat.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that will open the door for CeeDee a little bit more because he's not going to have to plplay both roles. That's what he was doing last year.
He had to do everything.
Yeah, he had to do everything. And he still had 101 receptions. And Dak only played 8 games. But I think Pickens is going to get a good amount of target share.
Oh, yeah.
Because you kind of got to keep the guy happy or he might just leave. So I don't know about the breaking the record, but I do think that CeeDee Lamb is, I think he's probably number 3 in the league at wide receiver. So I think he's going to be up there. If I had to guess, my prediction is 125 receptions for CeeDee Lamb, I would say.
I like that.
All right. I believe this is the final one on the list, and it makes me happy. Kirk Cousins will start for another team this year. Man,
Somebody.
Please let this happen.
Somebody.
Please let this happen. We need him off the team.
So who?
Anybody. Literally anybody. Indianapolis. Feel free. I know that would negate the Daniel Jones one, but please. Please.
You want to hear something interesting? Chargers?
Whoa.
Kirk Cousins going to the Chargers?
Why? Herbert is not losing his job.
No, but who's their backup right now?
Probably still Easton Stick.
Easton Stick's a Falcon.
Fuck. I don't know. Is it Heineke? He was there last year.
It might be Heineke.
Could be Heineke.
The thing is, like, have the Chargers signed Herbert to a big deal?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Can we see Justin Herbert's contract? I thought so. Because he got drafted the same year as Tua, and Tua got
I can't remember if Herbert got signed to a big
Herbert's
deal.
not going anywhere, if I had to guess, in Los Angeles. 2023, he signed an extension.
Was it like a
$262.5 million.
Okay, so he was one of those.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of potential landing places.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is everybody that was kind of in the conversation didn't really have a problem. DJ fourth, good God. I'm gonna say if Kirk starts for another team, it's gonna be the New York Jets.
No, sir.
What if Justin Fields gets hurt?
I think if Kirk Cousins starts for another team, it's gonna be the Saints.
That would be very funny.
Well, their QB1 right now is Shaw or Shuck or whatever.
Yeah, Shuck. I mean, I don't think the Saints will really be in a position to trade for anyone. Shout out Hunter Deckers, by the way.
I don't care if we don't get anything in return. Let's just give him Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Just get him
for
out
some
of
cash.
here. Just let the Saints take his contract.
Crazy name, fourth string wide receiver for the New York.
Dixon?
No, all the way down. Yeah, Moochie Dixon. Wild name. Out of SMU. Shout out to Moochie Dixon. He's a rookie. Crazy name, though. All right, well, that was the end of the list. So where do we think Kirk's going to make a start next year? Does this guy have any predictions? He's just going to say this and not give us a prediction? Yep. Nothing. All right. Thanks, man. Some team. Thanks, dude.
Honestly, Kirk just needs to hang it up, bro.
Yeah, he's getting there. I want to see him try it somewhere else.
Yeah.
See him try it somewhere else, see if it works.
He really let us down, man.
He really did let us down, but October. Oh, man, Kirktober was
of October,
awesome.
Kirk Cousins was unstoppable.
He was unbelievable.
And every other month that ended in
Oh.
was
Let's not talk about that suffix.
September, November,
Yeah.
December.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. But October also ends in every month of football season.
I said every other.
Yeah, I know, but every month of football season.
Every other month
except
besides
January
October in
and
the football season, he sucked.
Okay, thank you.
Is that better?
Yeah, I guess. It's more specific, so it certainly hits it. Okay, well, let's talk about our own way too early predictions. Do we have any? Do you have in a way too early prediction?
Give me your first one.
The Texans win the Super Bowl.
Oh, so we're just ripping Super Bowl predictions right out the gate.
Might as well. He pulled one.
Okay. I mean, mine's the Ravens.
Okay. I like that.
I need
Lamar can't win the big one, though.
I need to see Lamar. I see AFC Championship game is Ravens-Bills.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Ravens-Bills, AFC Championship game. So you don't even think my prediction is going to make the AFC Championship game.
Mm-mm.
Brutal.
They'll lose to either the Ravens or the Bills.
Okay, that's fair. I'll make a prediction. Drake London will be top 4 in receiving yards.
I like that.
Yeah. He's a baller, man. He is. He's so good.
Yeah.
And I think Bijan will be up there rushing-wise. I think that tandem could be within the next 2 years. So this is more just a prediction, not for this season. But in the next 2 years, Bijan Robinson and Drake London could both be top 5 at their positions. I think Bijan might already be there.
You want to hear a way too early prediction?
Yeah.
That you will not like.
Okay.
The Panthers will get a wild card spot.
Wow. Okay. Now we're talking hot takes. That's great. Okay, so that would mean that 2 teams from the NFC South make it. So I would say that probably the Buccaneers would be the team that wins that division.
Like I said, we've already gone through like what we think the Falcons are going to do.
Yeah.
I love them to death, but I still think there's more.
There's a lot of reasons. Yeah, a lot of reasons to hold back on the Falcons.
I'm still not sold on Raheem Morris.
Me neither. But this is the year to prove it. That's for sure. This is definitely the year to prove it.
This is also the year for Bryce Young to prove it.
Yeah. I got another one. Sam Darnold's going to get benched in Seattle. Jalen Milroe going to take over.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. I really do think so. I'm getting higher and higher on Jalen Milroe as time goes on. I am. I'm starting to realize, like, he really just got screwed by what happened with the coaching change at Alabama.
Yeah.
He was so good 2 years ago. He really was.
I got J.J. McCarthy's going to throw for less than 3,500 yards.
Okay, but is he going to stay the starter all year?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just going to play bad football.
Fair enough. Fair. Trying to think if I've got anything else. I hear you getting a phone call. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think I have anything else. All right. Well, Colin, thank you for joining this journey on the Second Short podcast.
Dude, it's been a crazy ride.
Yeah. When did we make you full time on the pod? Was it fall of 23?
It was around there.
It was right before the season, like the football season started. I think it was August of 2023.
Yeah.
You joined up full time. So about almost a year in to the podcast, you joined up full time. You'd obviously filled in so many times before.
I'm still around it.
Yeah, for sure. So
I know I've done 2 Super Bowl or 2 drafts.
Yeah, you've done 2 drafts.
Yeah, so we're
you've done all 3 drafts.
Yeah, I've done all 3 drafts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm losing.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
They tend to blur together. Obviously, me, Nathan, and Luke will probably have this discussion on Friday's episode. Well, what was your favorite moment from the podcast? You got to witness a lot.
Yeah. So just like I'm gonna say 2 different things. So from the podcast is just whenever all of us could get together.
Yeah, a 3-person.
Me, you, Luke, Nathan, anybody. If we were just watching anything live or even just hanging out. Stuff. But my favorite out of everything is probably our Sundays during NFL.
Yeah. Oh, it was a grind.
Where I would come over early, and we would just watch football all day while we're taking notes, and then we just hop right into it.
Yeah. I mean, that was it was a blast. It was draining.
Like we have like 4 to 5 games on, and we're keeping up with fantasy. Like there's just so much going on. Like Sundays was just filled.
It was a little hectic. I think that definitely was part of the reason where I was like, oh, man, this is a lot.
I was getting up at like 1 or 2 in the morning to make sure I could get over here and watch games.
Yeah, and like I was like going up to work in the morning, coming back, and then doing work from home while we're watching these games.
I would fall asleep on the floor.
Fall asleep on the floor for the 4 o'clock slate. It was a grind to get through some of those Sundays, but it was a blast. I mean, we have loved doing this podcast, and like I think my favorite kind of one of my favorite like changes we made to the show was moving from Wednesday episodes to Monday episodes.
Yeah.
And switching from that Sunday or from Tuesday recordings to Sunday recordings. That way
made it a
could
lot
be right
easier.
there. It was right there. The NFL games had just happened, and that was just so much fun. It felt like everything was so much more fresh, and we got to kind of give our opinions before anybody else did. So that was a blast, and just want to thank you for being a part of it.
Oh, man. I'm going to cry.
Well, we got plenty more to come. It's not over. It's just the podcast part is over. So you'll be seeing plenty of Colin. We'll all be seeing plenty of Colin.
Oh, man.
And me and Nathan. Yeah, I don't know about plenty of Colin. We'll at least see like chin up.
I'll at least be clothed.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't want to
stay tuned to find out.
Yeah, Second Short OnlyFans. No, that is not happening. Not happening ever. The Second Short OnlyFans is not happening ever. But yeah, thank you guys, and make sure you tune in on Friday because I think Friday might just be a full send-off show. I'm not talking about the Club World Cup on the final episode of this podcast. That is for damn sure. So make sure you tune in for the final episode of the Second Short podcast, at least for the time being, with me, Luke, and Nathan will be here to join us as well. And with that being said, get ready for the future, people. Second Short is evolving from here. And
it's officially
be
becoming Second and Short.
Yes, second and shorter than it already was. Yeah, so make sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok and staying subscribed here on YouTube for the YouTube Shorts. And we might also have some of the just YouTube videos come out as well throughout the process. Whenever we can get the whole gang together, we might get back to doing that. And maybe our mock drafts will come out maybe in that full form type and then still cut down for the podcast, or sorry, for the short form stuff. But there's a lot more we can do. We're still going to do the draft special live. That's still going to happen. I don't care. We could literally just quit doing the podcast in general, and we're still going to do the draft special live. Like, we could quit doing everything here, and we're still going to live stream the draft because it is so much fun. What just happened? Oh, yeah, NBA Finals Game 7's going on.
Is
what
Howie
happened?
playing or no? Is he hurt?
Oh,
in Game 7?
Halliburton tore his Achilles.
All right, well, secure Thunder for the win.
Man, what's the score?
It's
a 2-point game.
Unless the Thunder's just putting up stupid shots like they did in Game 6.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because Game 6, the Thunder just played like crap.
Yeah. Well, basketball coverage is one thing that we might be adding. So stay tuned for that as well. Basketball coverage might be coming to the short form stuff. So with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for everybody who has tuned in to the penultimate episode of the Second Short Podcast. And we'll be back for the final time on Friday. All right. We'll catch you guys later. Enjoy the week. Peace.
Peace.